How's it going, Duvall?
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good yourself?
Good, good. Thank you. You'll be going in traffic, huh?
A little bit.
How do you like the Tesla?
It's the best thing I've ever bought, to say the least. Let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, so you got the FSD too, huh?
Oh, of course.
Wonderful.
That's
Very relaxing.
That's the only prerequisite that I have for buying a vehicle now. It's got to drive itself.
Yeah.
Who's playing today?
Chicago White Sox.
The White Sox? That's what's up.
It's a Model 3, right?
Yes, indeed. 2025.
Perfect. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Just trying to figure out what is different from my 2023. I think this might be a little different.
Yeah, this right here, the light bar.
Oh, where's the light? Oh, this light bar?
So it goes all the way around to the back as well.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
This is different right here.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it was still all the way back but that, you know, Tesla's got to make manufacturing issues.
So mine is straight.
It's all the way back.
I like this actually better.
You like that one better?
Now, the only thing I would have wished that they would have done is like what Hyundai has, which is a similar like this, a cover.
Right.
So I bought a black cover to it. I need to buy a white cover. So it reflects, but it helps you tremendously from the
sun
and all that. So
yeah, 2023. I'm not sure if they were putting hardware 4 chips in that just yet. You use the FSD at all?
Oh yes, I use it all the time. I can't drive without that. So on the weekends I have to practice with my other cars. Otherwise, I'll forget how to drive the other car.
Yeah, the wife has the Model X, but I don't drive anymore. I just don't drive anymore.
Model X is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
very expensive.
2024.
Okay, so it's last year.
Yeah, and she had the Y, and the Model X was always my dream car. And you know, she's actually doing pretty good in her job, and I'm retired, and she's like, we can upgrade if you really want those doors. Because that's why I like the Model X. You want those doors, we can get it. And I was like, all right, let's go for it. Oh yeah, we flex on those doors every time we get out the car. So, but now my new dream car is the Cybertruck.
Really?
It's not aesthetically. I like the power share because we have the solar panels and the power walls. I want to be safe from a zombie apocalypse. And with the Cybertruck, that's over 100 kilowatt hour battery. I can power my house for days.
Okay.
So I'm here for the power share. If the Model X could do power share, I wouldn't really be that concerned. And eventually, I guess all the cars will.
Right.
But, yeah, I need a Cybertruck just to
buying an electric car is the best decision I made. I would have never thought that I would buy an electric car, at least not for another 5 to 10 years. But don't know why. But I think that was the best decision I made.
Yeah, I bought my first Model 3 was in 2020, and then I was like, I think everybody's gonna want. I don't know about electric cars, but even then, the Model 3 was just like it was just. The acceleration. I didn't have FSD back then.
Yeah.
It was a little early, but I was just like, this is an amazing vehicle to drive. And
I love FSD because it's so much. And to be honest, I mean, I understand it's still machine.
Beta, still beta.
You still have to be careful if there's, you know, debris on the door, on the. Not all the time it's going to detect that.
Yeah, it depends on how big it is. I've seen it to where I didn't even see something.
And how is it located and all.
Exactly.
But, my God, it's amazing.
Once you experience
what I don't like is under FSD, you have the other one, right? Where, which one it is called?
Autopilot?
Yeah.
I don't even touch Autopilot.
Well, a lot of time when don't want to put in the address, like I'm going to grocery store.
Just double click it.
I'll just click on that and it will stop automatically at its stop sign and all that. But it has got issues where it identifies I ghost stop signs,
Oh,
it'll stop.
that phantom braking.
Phantom braking. I mean, I put in a lot of that, but I don't know whether they really get it or they're not able to fix it.
Yeah,
This phantom stop signs, like,
that could be annoying and dangerous.
yeah, it is. More than dangerous, is annoying because it just slows down so much, and it starts beep 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 beep, and then it goes. So when I see that, I just speed up.
Bypass it right
Yeah.
through it. Yeah.
Wish I could, but I know that would be a bigger issue.
No. What other cars you got?
A Lexus, Sienna, and a Corolla.
Okay.
I'm a Toyota guy.
Yeah, see, my wife's Japanese.
Oh, is it?
She's a Honda gal.
Yeah. Somehow,
Was a Honda
2001, I went into the Honda
gal. Mhm.
Odyssey, and they told me 4 months waiting.
Wow.
I never knew that I had to wait in America for a car. So I said, okay, screw you, I'll go and get a Toyota. Toyota had similar, because I like the Odyssey model at that time really good. And it was very good.
Right.
Very attractive. And then I ended up buying Sienna. And then it's just been one Sienna to the other Sienna. Just bought a hybrid Sienna.
Yeah.
My God, that's 570 miles.
Before the Model 3, I had a hybrid Sonata Hyundai, and you would get like 609
Wow.
per tank. But that was in 2016.
Right.
So, and that was what really spurred
It's
me.
like a Prius, right? I mean,
Very much so. That's what spurred me. And I was like, can I go fully electric? I really didn't know. And I fell in love when I walked into the Galleria.
if you look at the Hyundai, yeah, I got it from the Galleria too.
Mhm.
Hyundai is electric.
Mhm.
My boss has it. It really is pretty cool. On the inside, you have this whole shutter over here.
They've gotten so
Then
much
open-
better.
yeah.
They've gotten so
But
much better.
the biggest problem is none of these cars have FSD.
That's my only. If somebody were to license, I might think, because I'm trapped in the ecosystem. I might think about going to a Hyundai if
Uh-huh.
they licensed FSD. It would be a consideration.
But I don't know whether anybody will be able to ever
It'd be
At
like
least in the near
years.
future.
It'd be years.
they'll be able to get that going.
If they announced a deal today, it wouldn't happen until 2030 anyway.
Yeah. It took this guys 10 years to get it going.
And if, without the breakthroughs that NVIDIA and ChatGPT made with LLMs and things of that nature, I don't know if they'd ever really kind of wrap their heads around it. It was a gargantuan task until they went straight neural
Yeah.
nets. And even then, you sit Ashok down and ask him to explain it. Like 10 people in the world might understand what he's talking about,
Right.
why it's doing what it does. We're just happy that it works. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just glad the burden of driving has been alleviated.
Oh my God, it's so
But I-
relaxing.
But if he explained it, I'd be like,
I won't get it.
whatever.
I won't get it at all. I won't
But-
understand a single word.
Part of me thinks that to them, it might be a little bit of magic, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, even to them, they're like, we fed it information and this is what came out.
Yeah, I've still not used their auto summon.
See,
I need to
I used
use
it
it.
today. It was raining so bad and I just got my hair done.
Uh-huh.
I brought the car to me right to the
And
curb.
it was good.
Well, I didn't get drenched. I didn't get wet. But that's the time my wife uses it when she's at Costco or something and the weather is turning bad. And
Right.
she just like, she'll watch the car, make sure it's okay. And we haven't had a problem with it. I know there's people that had some issues with it.
I've still not used it, but I will use
It's
it one of
uncomfortable.
these days.
It's uncomfortable. She doesn't like using it.
It's
She
an
only uses it
uncomfortable
when she
feeling
has to.
because you don't know until the car reaches you that whether it's in one good shape or not.
They recommend you watch it, but if you're at
Yeah.
Costco, right, you're like, there's no way you can have your
And
eyes on it.
people are just going to come out and come in. And
There's no way. But you have to kind of trust it a little bit.
yes. It's the same thing with FSD.
Oh yeah.
My colleague and I do carpool, and he has a Tesla, I have the Teslas. We took it like 2 days apart. Same color, everything. And he is not even comfortable putting on, he doesn't have FSD. And he's not even comfortable putting on the adaptive cruise.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to trust that system. As soon as he's speeding up, and before the car decides to slow down on its own, he just gets off and applies the brake.
Yeah, he turns it off. My wife, it took her the longest time to get comfortable. And she's a control freak. She's like, why isn't it getting over? Why is it taking this road? And I was like, be quiet and just let the car do its work.
And the hurry mode is really, that way it's very notorious.
Right.
I still remember that I take this road, and let's say I have to take this exit. And it'll take me all the way over here, and then it'll start drifting back. Oh, I'm like, why in the world would you do that? Why in the world would you do that?
I love the standard mode.
Yes.
It won't sit behind cars that are just going too slow, but it'll get back over and let these guys.
It won't do
here.
like this.
Exactly.
Hurry mode does that.
Hurry mode, it's crazy. I used hurry mode to get to you because I knew I was running a little bit behind.
Where did you drive from?
Bridgeland.
Okay.
Young lady. She had her. It must have been 6-year-old, but they were picking up their 3-year-old and needed to go back to the house after they picked him up. So I was like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have accepted that ride. But then I was like, how many Ubers are really out here? I better accept it and let them know I'm on my way.
I mean, I'm just reaching early. We have the bus, company bus taking a bunch of kids over there.
Right.
So we got interns who work over here, and they have every time the interns join in summer, the interns and the vice president, the SVPs meet them over there just for fun, right? It's a good kind of a team building, and it's a good thing for Daikin also. So we go over there. So for me, they're leaving at 5, and I'm just hoping that they reach before 7. Because it's going to be busy traffic-wise.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
At least when we reach the downtown, right? So, and I wanted to leave around 8:30, go back home. I said, I just take the Uber, reach there early a little bit, enjoy.
Be out before anybody.
Yeah, when they come, spend about an hour and get out. I still have to come back to work tomorrow morning, so.
Can't go crazy.
No.
Nah, me, when I bought this car, it was simply because my wife, we had the X, and I think I drive 5,000 miles a year, maybe. If, we could share the car to do that. I bought this because we got rear-ended in the X and had to drive a Nissan for 2 weeks, and that was the worst thing ever. Not using FSD.
The insurance companies needs to start having that availability where when you need the car, you get a Tesla for a Tesla.
It would be nice. I mean, if I were using my insurance, right, I had to go through their insurance because it was their fault.
Yep.
They're not giving me a Tesla.
No.
But Tesla would have. Like, I have Tesla insurance.
Yeah.
They would have gave me one. But I also didn't want to use my insurance to do it.
Absolutely.
I was like, all right, we're done. And part of me wanted to wait for the new Model Y, but kind of glad I got the Model 3. I'm not a Y person, I don't think.
So the one that got rear-ended, the X, completely total?
No, she was just not paying attention. I was like at an intersection by Fry Road, basically, turning right, and she was behind me. The car kind of scooted up and then kind of stopped because there was oncoming traffic from the turn only lane, and she just hit me going about 10 or 15 miles an hour like I wasn't even there. And Tesla, it took them about 2 weeks to fix I was impressed.
So your wife is driving that?
No, I was driving. I was coming.
No, now it's your wife driving that?
Yeah, that's typically her car.
Oh, okay.
I take it occasionally when I need to go to like a VA appointment.
So she must be all pissed off.
She was kind of mad, and I was more mad at myself because if I didn't have to go to that appointment.
Yeah, that service is pretty good. I mean, they got my wife took it one day, and somebody was backing off. So she's in that parking lot on the parking spot, and somebody backed off and hit the back end of and then left and didn't know or did not
Didn't
care.
even notify nobody.
Luckily, somebody took that person's number, plate number. So we called the cop. He looked at it and he said, well, looks like they don't have license. I'm like, seriously?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a BMW, which wasn't correct. They're not updated their license and all that.
That's
Luckily,
crazy.
the husband, maybe the wife told him or whatever, he came and said, hey, it's my wife issue. Don't get the police. Let's resolve
Let's
this.
handle it. Let's handle it.
And so I asked the cop, and cop said, no, it's okay. If you guys are okay, I'm fine.
That's good.
But they initially gave me a month, and I got a stupid Malibu car.
Oof.
But then in 1 week, it was ready.
That's what's up.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, with the lady that hit me, she gave me bad insurance. She gave me like their old insurance. And the cop was like, don't worry, I got you. And a day later, he's like, this is their real information, go ahead. And I was like, thank you,
now
sir.
it's very easy. I see that. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. They charged the other company $10,000 for just changing that white thing over the tire.
Oh my God.
$10,000.
Mine didn't cost that much. I think it was like $5,000.
$10,000 is what they gave me because they told me if they don't pay, you need to pay. Now, dude, I'm not going to pay for that.
Yeah, of course not.
Luckily, the
We'll go to court. That's good.
Interesting, they got stuck. It's one of the best model business model they have. No dealership, nothing. Everything is Tesla. They didn't care about the spare parts. If you want to buy spare something, they don't have special prices for that. They're not into the spare business. They're not into the spare part business.
Not yet. I think once they flesh it out and they start 8 to 12 million vehicles per year.
The thing is that, Jacob, they make so much money on each car that he doesn't want to start a whole new business. At this point, that's what it looks like. He doesn't want to start a whole new business and overhead in trying to get the spare part division. He's like, I'll give it to you. If you want to buy it from me, great. If you want to buy the same thing from somebody else, go ahead. I don't care.
Third party. Yeah, do it yourself, though. Yeah. I don't know. It's been groundbreaking. Every product that I bought for them has just been almost life-changing. I bought the solar panels and the power walls during the freeze, right? Like, it was September when I purchased it and the freeze happened in February. My wife was so mad. She's like, you're just buying that because it's Tesla. And I was like, okay. And then she had to eat crow and she's like, I'm so glad you bought those things.
So the solar, I have a complete solar system for my house. But of course, it's not connected to the
battery storage.
Yeah. I've not bought that. So is it the same as buying a generic?
It's actually a little bit better because it's seamless. Like, you don't, I mean, I've never really had a generator, but from what I can tell, they're noisy. You need gas. With the Powerwall, it just happens so instantaneously. I can monitor it through the Tesla app. It's connected with the cars. It's just so seamless. Powerwalls, if you get it with the solar, they give you a deal. If you buy multiple, they give you like $5,000 off or something like that. So it changes, you know. And if you use your referral code, they're gonna give you $400 off anyway, for loyalty.
But just now that I already have the solar panels, to buy the solar power thing, that what do you call this?
The Powerwall. The Powerwall. It's probably gonna be a little more expensive if you're not pairing it with the solar. Like, I had one Powerwall. I would be
pairing it with, I mean...
Well, at the same time. Like, purchasing it at the same time. When I bought because I had to buy two systems. I bought a normal system, 24 kilowatts, and I only got one Powerwall. And during the freeze, it kept the lights on, but I couldn't keep the heater on. because you got to have at least 2 power walls to keep the like air conditioned load going. So I ended up, after the freeze, buying 2 more power walls and 12 more kilowatts of solar panels, which they put on and they attached to other power walls. But now you can just buy power walls without having to buy the solar panels. So that's cool. I had to buy more power to buy more solar panels. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. The security that is offered, not to mention I'm part of their energy provider, right? They have a Tesla Electric. I used to have something called Chariot Energy, but now I have Tesla Electric, and they utilize the power wall, sending energy back to the grid. Right now I've got a negative $74 bill that I could just throw into the bank account if I wanted to. But it's not cheap, you know, but it will essentially pay off, because I had to get a loan for it. That loan is done in 7 years now. Once that's over, negative electric bills. Right. I can't complain. And if it keeps going this way, I'll be able to pay that off a little bit earlier.
Good for you.
I sure hope so. And there hasn't been a single problem since 2020, which is another testament to Tesla. It's crazy.
This way is not going to be that bad because it's once we enter near 610 and I-10 and all, it's going to be interesting.